life, man. And living in LA is crazy. We're in the fast lane.
I know.
It's nuts out there.
Did you taste? As of right now, we have hit 78% of our goal for lesbophilia, and we have raised $55,095. So we hit our 5K match that we had going for Wednesday and Thursday, which is awesome. And I actually just found out that if we raise 2,500 on this call during this live, then we have another 2,500 to match. So I'm just saying. And I was thinking, and I don't know how you feel about this, but maybe if we raise 2,500 during this call, we can tell everybody a little bit about your character. Wait.
Well, I guess who's interested in hearing about my character? I think there are a lot of people that are quite intrigued about this movie overall.
I think it's going to be a fan favorite.
The title itself.
I do.
Well, let's see what people are saying. I know all of a sudden the dogs are really excited, by the way. They're both like right here. Hi, Lols. Aw. Look, guys, it's Rio, Lola, and Levi.
Aww. I know they have to have another. They have to have another play date soon.
Where do people go to donate?
You can do lesbophiliafilm.com. That's the easiest way to find it. We just dropped it into the chat below under the Lesbophilia Instagram account, so can be easily accessed there. Lesbophiliafilm.com. Donate on the Seed and Spark. We have tons of Seed and Spark links floating around. So for the next, however long this live runs, we have $2,500 to match. So
let me see. I have about 30% phone battery. So
I plugged in for that very reason. But yeah, I think it's funny because most people don't realize how long you and I have been friends. And
I know
what a big part you played in all of this.
Well, you've played a huge role in my life as well. I love you to bits. In this industry, when you find people that really got your back, that's special. Yeah. You don't let those people go. And this woman has my back.
So it was what? God, 5 years ago that we met, and
2018, the summer of 2018.
Yeah, so we've been friends for about 5 years, and I wrote this. I wrote the concept for this idea not long after we had become friends. It's been years ago when I wrote the concept for this, and I can't remember if I told you at the time about the story, but I do know that shortly after I wrote it, I went through a pretty bad breakup, and I think you probably remember what I'm talking about.
By the way, everyone, I'm really good. I'm like the best person to go to when you're going through a breakup.
You are.
Seems to be my role in life for people.
And you were, I think you were the first person to tell me that it needed to end and it was okay if it didn't work out. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my instinct, and I've learned now that I got to listen to that all the time.
Yeah. No kidding.
Right. It's a big lesson for all of us.
I just remember.
Yep, I sniffed out something wrong with it. It's like,
well,
this doesn't feel right.
When you're the person, it's so hard to see, right? Like, it's hard to believe that the thing that you're in isn't the right thing for you, and that it's not going to work out, right? Like, but
well, they say love is blind. I mean, that's a phrase has been created for a reason, right?
That's why you need
we're like,
really
what?
good friends.
And the people around us are like, yeah, yeah. Well, and that's always a hard position to be in too, by the way. To be that friend, like, oh, something doesn't feel right. How do I broach this? How do I tell them that this is not good for them?
You really only said something when like it really became a problem, and you knew it was going to be hard, like really a bad situation for me. And that's when you came and you told me. And it's so funny because I remember, like, I should have known. Like, I spent Valentine's Day with you that year, like with you and our like friends, a lot of our other like girlfriends. We all hung out for Valentine's Day that year, and it was the best Valentine's that I had had up to that point in my life because I was with people who loved me.
That's right.
What a concept.
What a concept. We're always chasing after the ones that don't know how to love us.
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
And
when we're standing here going, come here.
You always
I got
have. There's Noemi in the chat too, who was also there on that Valentine's, I think. I can't remember if Noemi was there with us for Valentine's or if it was like right after everything went down, right? And before we get into that, because that's definitely going to be the fun thing that we like share during the call, right? But before we get into that, for anybody who just joined, just want to say again that during this Instagram live, if we raise $2,500, we have a donor who will match us at $2,500. So that's $5,000 that we can get during this call, right?
So if every single person who's watching donated what, like,
yeah, $5,
$3 to $5, $5.
Sarah Lena
$5.
Francisco just pledged
get there.
$20. And I'll also do shout outs for people. If you donate while we're on this call, it pops up, it notifies me in my email every single time someone donates. So I'll see it. If you donate, I'll call out your name. I'll give you a shout out. Lana can do the same.
If you donate, you get to see this film.
If you donate,
we get to make the movie.
And well, that's the other thing too. I don't know that people like remember you were an executive producer on my first film, on Hangry.
That's right. On Hangry. And some I don't know who's watching, but we had some special events around that.
We did.
And one being at your home.
Southern breakfast at my house.
Which was really delicious, and I still fantasize about that.
Amber Fields just donated as well. Thank you, Amber. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Amber.
But yeah, so back to, what we were discussing earlier.
Yes.
I remember you pulling me aside and being like, look, I'm going to share with you this thing. I don't think this is the best relationship for you. There are some signs. You pulled up some red flags, some receipts. And you know what? Ultimately, you were right. But what was really funny is the person that I was dating at the time didn't know that I had more information than what they thought that I had about a lot of things that were going on. And I was at your house at the time. I want to say it was a couple of days after Valentine's Day. And I was like, I'm going to have to end this. I'm going to have to break up with this person. I don't know how to do that. And you were like, well, let's just go do it.
Let's do it together.
You were like, it's fine. We can let's go do it. And I was like, wait, what do you mean?
Well, there's nothing like having one of your dearest friends, the energy, right? Doesn't have to be necessarily in the room, but it's present in the surrounding area.
Yeah. And so, Ben, do you remember what we did after that? So then
You
we
said
hopped in your car and we started driving across town. We're in LA. We're driving. We're dodging potholes. And you put on a song. You were like, here, don't worry. I have our anthem. This is our anthem. This is our road anthem. Do you remember what it was?
I do, but
And
it's am I allowed to say it? Maybe I can say fug 'em, fug 'em, fug 'em, fug 'em.
Literally
fug 'em.
on repeat. Just
F-U-G-G.
And it was just loud and bumping. And we're just like rolling through Los Angeles and it's like bug 'em, bug 'em, bug 'em, bug the whole way. And it amped me up so much. We got to pause because we got some donors. So thank you to Trina for donating. And
Trina,
Ashley Bainziger donated $100. Wow, thank you, Ashley. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Stephanie Gast, thank you for your donation, Stephanie. We really appreciate it. Because of y'all, we're actually going to get to make this movie in, oh my God, it's less than a month. Lana, we're shooting in less than a month. My friend Billy Ellison from Columbia, Missouri, who I went to college with, just donated. Thank you, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Nasita donated, as well as Riam and Maddie.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
All these donations coming in. Dee just donated. Alexandra Rubio donated. Angel Hanley, Diane Grace Parrilla. Dee donated. That's Katria. Oh my gosh, we're getting all these donations. This is great. Marcy Hernandez.
We're gonna have to give him something back at some point. A little tease.
I mean,
what's this about?
I'm curious. Do you know how much has come in?
How much we have left?
Okay, so we have really.
This is what we still need to get on this call.
Right. So we've already raised almost $500 on this call, which means we are 1/5 of the way from telling people about your character. Sarah P just donated $100. So we're moving. Thank you. Thank you. Find out who you're going to play in this film by the end of this call. Queer Trans Events just donated 15. Jennifer Carter donated 10. Lauren Williamson
Thank you,
donated 20. Oh man. Okay, so we can do that forever, but we'll put a pause on that and we'll return to the story just very quickly.
So grateful. Thank you all. Thank you.
I love this bunch. I love how much they love you, and I love how much love is always surrounding you and in this fandom, because it's a really special thing.
Can you pin the link at the top?
Can we pin the link? Yes.
I'll drop it in the comments.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. That's something I have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you do.
Dang.
Any comments?
Oh, dang. How do I do that? What do I do?
Yeah.
Sucks. This is when I don't.
All
right, wait. Okay, hold on. Tell me what I'm doing.
So
find
a lesbophilia film comment.
I just sent one.
Wait a second. This is when I'm classic Lana, technically challenged. Where am I going?
And
okay, wait.
Just hold it
that. Pin, or do I click on pin comment?
Yes.
Did that do it?
We are good. That way the donation
getting better, guys.
Right there.
I'm getting better at this.
Thank you, Skylar, Natasha, and Mafalda.
And then so and Lucy. Yeah, so
okay, so back to
us rolling in your car across LA.
I mean, first of all,
You're
there.
driving there.
And you go inside, and all I can think of is stay strong, stay strong. And the whole time I'm praying. In the
I
car.
honestly, I think I had that much confidence because of you. It was really like, you were like, honestly, you got this. You don't deserve that. Like, she doesn't deserve you. You're so much better.
I was very clear that it was the wrong relationship for you. And I wouldn't just do that without being certain. Just FYI. Like, I don't ever step in unless I feel I really need to. And it's important because it wasn't going in the right direction, and I love you.
And those are the only friends in my life that I want or have time for. Honestly, are the ones who will tell you the truth, even if it might hurt your feelings. Because honesty and loyalty are like two of the most important things to me, and I know they're two of the most important things to you. And I've always known that I could be honest with you, and that you would be honest with me. And this story was such a perfect example of that, because we roll up, you're driving the getaway car, as I like to call it, and you pull up in like in the red. You just park in the red. We're not parking in spots. Yeah.
Hazards.
You just we just hit our green light. So
thank you, everyone.
Is that we have hit 80%. So no matter what, we have hit the point that we get the money from Seed and Spark. So we will be making a movie. What happens to get us from 80 to 100 over the next day, like I'm praying for miracles, because that's how you actually see the film.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
This is, and the story we're telling is so much of this, but like it means so much to me that you get to be a part of this. So we pull up in front of the person that I was dating at the time. We pull up in front of their apartment. You're driving. I'm there. I climb out, and I just like look at you, and you're like, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Go up there, grab your things, because that was the whole reason I had to go. Right? All of my stuff was still inside this apartment, because lesbians, we are like trying to move in right away, and so half of my belongings are in this apartment. So I walk in, and I can hear the whole time I am walking up to this apartment, I still hear our theme song blaring, and it's like, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em, fuck 'em. And I was like, the only energy that I am walking into this apartment with, right? So I knock on the door, and it was such a like messed up situation. And you remember this because you brought it up earlier. The person I was dating acted like nothing was wrong, that everything between us was great. They were like making Valentine's dinner late and like all of this stuff, and like had gotten me a gift. Meanwhile, I knew this whole time from you actually that this person had ulterior motives and was saying other things about me behind my back. It was like a whole thing, messier than I am willing to be a part of. And so I like walk in, and I see this like dinner like on the stove, and I just laughed, and I was like, well, actually I'm here to get my things. My friend is outside.
My friend is outside,
like my
and
friend is outside waiting on me. So if we could hurry this up, I was like, I want my clothes that are here. I want that laptop that I've been loaning you. The most important thing, and I'll be honest, I was there for my strap on. That's what I was there for, right? So
I mean,
you can't
call it
just
like it is,
leave
right?
that behind, right? So
I mean, that's definitely something important that you got to take with you.
It's important. You can't listen. That is not a gift to give to someone else, right? So it does not go well. I pack everything up. I have my little duffel bag.
The battle over the strap on.
I was like, this is mine. I paid for this.
It's mine. we bought it together. Doesn't
This
matter. I
fits
paid
me.
for it. You got the
I
receipt.
look good in this. So I pack everything up. I'm walking. I got my little duffel bag, like a good little lesbian. And I'm like, you know, heading towards the door. And this person is yelling after me the whole time. Like, I'm going to regret this. I never should have done this, blah, blah, blah. But I can't hear that. Because all I can hear fuck him, like bumping from the street. And by the way, this is not the like best part of town. Like you were bumping hard in like a semi-shady part of town. You were so hard that day. You were so hard. And I hear fucking I like walk back up to the car. I hop in. And you literally burn rubber. Like you put it in drive, you burn rubber, and then we bump all the way back to your house, where I'm pretty sure, didn't we like hang out with our whole friend group that night? Didn't we like go back?
Yeah, that was the
went
night.
Back, watched movies, cuddled on the couch, like all friend love everywhere. It was honestly
all love.
By the end of it, it became one of the easiest breakups I had ever been through. Because I knew.
Yeah. And what else have you been able to do with that? You've been able to
That's
turn it
what's
into art.
wild. I had this terrible dream in that relationship that I wasn't enough for this other person. And in this dream, she comes home with a severed torso, Lana. A severed torso. And this was after saying she didn't know if she could be with women for the rest of her life. And she comes home with a severed torso and she's like, don't worry, I've solved our problem. And I was like, no, you've just created so many more problems for me. And she's like, I've solved our problem, but don't worry. You just have to help me hide it. And what I realized was it was a manifestation.
I feel like I remember.
Yes, because that was part of, I think, what turned for everybody. That everybody was like, this isn't healthy. This is creating anxiety.
Yeah. Well, I knew this secret desire of this person, right? Because it was apparently shared among many people. And that's always the hardest thing for me, because you and I are so honest and we are so loyal. I could never imagine like saying something to other people before you're willing to say it to the person that you supposedly care about. But you came to me right away and you told me everything. And, you know, it could have gone really bad. It could have wrecked our entire friendship. But instead, I think it just made us that much stronger. And it really reshaped how I see relationships. Because, well, my loyalty is to you, right? And I'm going to be honest, the two things that we value so much, right? So it's like, if I can't be that in this friendship, then I can't be a real friend.
You've been the best friend. And before I keep going on, hold on, we're going to do a check-in. We're doing a check-in.
There's a lot.
I have it on standby.
Everyone's like, tell us about the film. By the way, we have been.
Ooh, where did we leave off?
We have been telling you.
Okay. So we have donations from where?
I think it's a whole new page.
Oh my God.
We have a lot.
Sam P, Heather, Leah Dia, Forrest Shanks, Busgain Cindy, Samantha, Emily Kayon, Gildenade, Marquise, Spread Love and Mercy, Lena Hintercorner. Oh, we're going to a new page. Wow, y'all have like really come through. Y'all are killing it. Selena, Paige Chalmers, Victoria Monaco, C. Venerina, Indiana, Maleficent, for Lana's Great Cancer Intuition, Kelsey, Alyssa Meredith, Derek Carter, Jess Freeman. Jalen, Sims Jalen just posted. I see popping up here. Oh, we're still going. Anthony Brightman, Nicole DeRamo.
Thank you.
Rachel.
Thank you.
I know.
My goodness.
Rachel
Thank
Bayless, Jen Soka, Amanda Grabler, Jess Palmer, Liz Burrows, Taylor, Lamb Daisy. This is wild. I think they want to hear about your character. I think that's what they're getting to. They really want to know.
Well,
also, hi, Lana.
Tell me when. But mind you, I have this weird thing on Instagram that gives me like X amount of minutes a day. And I put a limit. And so that just popped up and said, you have 5 minutes left. So wait a second. I think if it does pop up, I think I just have to ignore it or something, right? I don't know. What do I do? Someone tell me what to do. This is
this is
challenged. Help! I don't want to lose
you're
you guys.
fancier than I am because I don't know if I have limits. Maybe you're just smarter than I am.
No, it's so I don't get caught up in all this, you know, social media. I think it's important to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, have it limited per day. I'm not gonna leave. Don't worry. I'm gonna figure it out.
I did just find out we have less than $500 to go. So we're getting very close.
We're getting there. Oh, thank you all. Like, this is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I think some of you are even awake, like staying up in different parts of the world. So we really tried to take in the time difference for everyone, but it was a little bit challenging. People have day jobs and such. And
I just appreciate, you know, how everybody's rallying to make sure that this film actually happens. You know,
I'm coming to Brazil.
You have what?
I am coming. It says, come to Brazil. I am.
Oh, when do you go to Brazil?
I posted about it.
Oh, that's exciting.
In December.
That's exciting. Well, look, I think we'll have to find a Brazilian film festival to get into. What do you think?
I think that's
I think so. I'd like to go to Brazil. Yeah. Well,
it's
so
fantastic.
like kind of share a little bit about the film.
Yeah.
So basically, long story short is I took this short story that I wrote after that terrible dream that I had, and I put it in a folder for years because I thought this is, first of all, it's absurd and it's kind of alarming. And what is the story here? I was terrified. I didn't know that I even wanted to talk about it at the time, right? Because it's probably one of the most vulnerable things I've ever written because it is a manifestation of my anxiety and my fears and my trauma. And, you know, Michelle West started looking for a script and was looking for something to direct. And Michelle is phenomenal, by the way. And we sat down one day and I told her, I was like, look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. My stories are not for everyone, but I'll share these pages with you. And if you like it, then let's talk. And Michelle read the pages and she called me immediately. And she was like, this isn't at all what I expected, but it's comedy gold and we have to make it. And like,
I reread it and was laughing my head off.
But when I wrote it, I had you like in mind for one of these roles because you played such a big part in the inspiration for the film and in that breakup and everything. I knew and share in the joy and the celebration that's coming from it because it wasn't all dark. It actually brought us much closer together.
It did, 100%. Well, you learned that you have a real friend in me. I mean, that always brings people together, right?
Spot on. I think this city especially is really hard to like find great friendships, especially as adults, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's very hard. But you find the few gems, you know, and you're definitely one of them. And to have the opportunity to also be creative together and work together is also a rarity. You know, it's very seldom that you get to work with your friends in the industry. Usually become friends when you work with people. And even that, those friendships don't even last all the time, right? So it's amazing that we've lasted this long. Kudos to us.
And we also get to do it with Noemi. And
Noemi, who's also part of La Familia.
I mean, y'all collectively as a group got me through that whole breakup. So it just, and we get to do it with Maya, my partner now, who everyone loves.
Yep. We love you, Maya.
She's pulling the like Kris Jenner in the background where she's like, "You're doing amazing, sweetie.
You are, sweetie."
You are.
All right, let's do a fundraiser check-in. Where are we at? Oh,
I dropped the ball.
We have some new donations. Let's see.
I wanted you to see that.
Oh, all right.
That just went through.
So we're going to do a call out for our donations. Sonia Reyes, Shannon Richardson, Connie Cat, Rumpelstiltskin, Emily Kayon, Madhu.
Old friend.
An old
friend.
Regina Mills donated. Can you believe it?
Hey. She may be evil, but she's generous.
She knows where her people are. Annie Affleck, Ariana Wilson, Chris Ruiz sent. Oh, I think we're back to the top there. So, and good news, we just hit 2,500.
Woo! Yay! Who am I playing?
So, question for you.
We promise.
Do you want to tell them?
Well,
I said, do you want to tell them?
What's that? I feel like you should set it up.
Why don't we do this? First, why don't you share your character's name in Lesbophilia?
Well, she's the Miss Madam, and she is. I don't really want to give it away.
Well,
it's
you
very
can
hard not
talk
to.
about where,
but
she is in the world.
Well, have you decided where this place resides? Have we?
We're at the funeral
sort of decided on that. Okay, I don't know how much you want to give away. I'm apprehensive too, so I feel like I have a way with bodies. Let's just say that.
So I think this is what we can share.
And I'm comfortable
this
with
is what we can safely share, right? Is your character's name is Miss Madam.
Is. Mm-hmm. And she is running this place. Home. She is in charge of a funeral home. And
that doubles, but we're not going to talk about the double.
We're not going to say, okay. Well, let's just give like a semi like character description. She is, you all remember Maria Bello from Coyote Ugly. She is sort of that kind of woman. She is fierce. She is sexy. She's cutthroat. She is a boss
by
bitch.
the way, Maria Bello in Coyote Ugly is probably the reason I'm gay. I'm just being honest. So,
yeah, she is pretty phenomenal. She's very opinionated, but in a good way. And I think she has pretty decent taste. She comes in to sort of oversee, the people that are mourning and suffering and presents to them a place of solace.
I think that's a great way to put it. And her character is just very confident and strong, and she knows herself. And I think that sometimes that can be a little intimidating for other people. Does it sound familiar?
Yes.
A love it.
I am very happy to be a part of this. I'm very excited about it. It's a great piece. I think, you know, you're a phenomenal writer. I've read a lot of your work and I love everything you've written. I've always believed in your talent. I will continue to forever. I will continue to support you. Um, and just being in a short, that's something I haven't done in a while. And I really see the value in telling these stories. You know, it's important to just give them a little slice of you know, art. It doesn't have to be this giant, and who knows, maybe it will become a full-length feature. But it definitely has the potential. It will make everyone laugh.
We're leaving hints a little open for that reason.
And hoot and holler. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So also, wow, this is pretty crazy.
It says my face is red. It's the lighting.
We have
I'm not blushing.
Hit 88% of fundraising.
Yeah.
So that means we're up 10%. Yeah.
Lola.
10%?
I think so.
10% just since this live started. So basically what that means is we have less than $10,000 until we hit our full goal. And if we hit that by tomorrow, that gives us, if we hit the full 100%, $70,000 by tomorrow, we will be on track to shoot in June, and we will be in post by the end of the month.
People are asking if I'm playing a gay character.
I think that it is safe to say that Miss Madam is pansexual. And I believe that comes from her confidence and her high self-esteem. I think she's asked herself all of the important questions. She's not afraid of experiences. In fact, she seeks them. And she thinks that others should as well. So.
I like her. I'm really lucky to play her. I'm really excited.
You were.
I got to work on her voice. I'm excited to dive into like, what does she wear? All that character development, the fun stuff.
You and Michelle, I'm sure y'all are gonna sit down and have a lot of those conversations soon. And you know, it's funny because as soon as we started talking about this character, you came in with some big ideas. You were like, oh my God, I love her. Like, this is her backstory. This is what I see her like wearing. Like, you've really taken ownership.
I know. I had an hour conversation with Michelle. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to dive further into it too. And oh my God, I'm just so proud of, we got there in this live. God. Thank you all. Thank you so much, everyone, for showing up, for being a part of this, for hanging in there. I think we started with 1,700 people and we're still strong at 1,200, or it's dropping a little bit, but I just want to thank everyone. You guys are the best. I really do have the greatest fans.
And I, as somebody who, you know, has gotten to see that sort of evolve over the years and just the way that people show up for you, it's because of who you are as a person. It's because of who you are as, you know, a performer, because you are phenomenal at what you do. But I think it also resonates with people how good of a friend you are and how good of a person you are. And it means a lot to me that you're a part of this with me. I couldn't think of anything better than to create with the people that I love and to have you be a part of it with Michelle and I. And, you know, we're so grateful and we're so honored.
Well, likewise, honestly, likewise. You're a huge talent. So I'm very, very thrilled and excited to work with you in this capacity. Your project, you wrote it.
Well,
very special. And it's just the first of many,
to say.
many to
Just
come.
the first of many, and we'll have to take cute behind the scenes
Mhm.
photos to share with folks.
Oh yeah, we'll do all that. We're gonna make it fun for everybody who's
Absolutely.
donated.
Absolutely. Well, look, I know you have other things to do this evening. Thank you for, finding time to do this with me. I know the fans appreciate it as well, because they've all wanted more information on your character, but I couldn't, it's not just.
I know a lot of my giggles come from I don't know what to say. I don't want to spoil anything. So you take the lead, because I could definitely spoil it. Lola has a lot to say, apparently. She has a strong opinion about all this. I guess she wants to be on set. Do you want to be on set?
Rio said if Lola gets to be on set, then she too would like to be present and on camera with us. But yeah, I appreciate your friend, and I don't know. We kind of talked about this earlier. How are you feeling about maybe sharing some news about yourself and future plans?
Oh, well, so the Lincoln Lawyer is going to be airing soon. The date is going to be revealed shortly. I'm not sure exactly when they're going to reveal the date, but I do know the date.
I'm so excited for this one.
But I am not allowed to say. But it's soon. It's soon. People asked here. And during this period, there's this short that I've wanted to direct for quite some time, and people keep asking me if I'm going to direct, and I've said yes, and I've sort of put it on the back burner. But there is this beautiful short that a dear friend wrote, and I am really considering doing it now. And you have inspired me to do that, because I often sit here and go, oh my God, how am I gonna get this made? I don't know how to do it. I've never been on that side of production. I've been on the development side, which
Yeah, because we developed together too. We try to find ways to work together all the time. I'm glad that it's fanning out.
Well, we found a way, and we will find many other ways. But and hopefully, you'll be a part of the short that I want to direct.
I will.
So
I'm so excited for you, and for you to really get to start honing some of these other talents you have, because you are such a multifaceted talent. You obviously can do everything from, acting and TV and film and on Broadway and all of these other things, but you're a very talented director, and it's a skill that you haven't been able to sharpen quite as much. So, if that's something you're interested in doing, I think the fans would enjoy it.
They would. They keep bugging me about it, and they're all right, and so are you. Just got to get it off its feet. So, but you're going to help me. And you're going to teach me the ways. Look what you've done. We will get it done.
I love you too, friend.
I love you so much. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Maya, I adore you. Thank you for making my girl happy.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
All right. We love
you both. All right. I'm going to go eat a chicken pot pie. I got 10 minutes before I get a massage. I hope I don't puke after that. Not the thing to eat before a massage, but I'm hungry.
I disagree. Always a good time for chicken pot pie. All right.
I think so. All right. I love you. I love you all. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. For those who stayed awake, because I know some of you are in Europe. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Go to sleep. I love you, 10. And I love you all. Thank you for your love and support.
Can't wait to shoot.
Show you this movie
very soon.
It's going to be fantastic. Can't wait to shoot.
Bye.
Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.